Think creatine is just for bodybuilders? Think again. Whether you're in your 30s, pregnant, or postmenopausal, creatine might actually be the most underrated supplement for women's health. So, this is what we're going to talk about in today's video: what creatine actually does in the body, whether it causes hair loss or weight gain, how it impacts hormone metabolism and brain health, and which type of creatine is best to buy and how to take it. First, let's talk about how creatine works without the hype. Creatine is a compound naturally found in muscle and brain tissue. It helps your cells produce quick energy, also known as ATP, during high demand activities. Supplementing with creatine increases muscle energy, brain support, and recovery, not just muscle size. And especially, it is useful for women with hormone fluctuations, fatigue, or those who are overtraining. The first question is, will creatine make me gain weight or cause hair loss? We know that water retention in muscles may cause a temporary scale weight gain. I just want you to know that this is not a gain of fat. And this is typically temporary. But the women who I work with are often frustrated by an increase in this weight, often because they're already struggling to lose the weight that they've gained in perimenopause. Research shows that there is no direct link between creatine and hair loss. The DHT concern is mostly theoretical and not backed by human studies on women. Most women do not report visible bloating, especially when they do this in small doses. With my patients, I tell them to, number one, work up to the dose, and number two, do not deploy the loading dose that is often recommended in men's health. Now, can creatine help you lose weight? Creatine doesn't directly burn fat, but it supports lean muscle mass, which increases resting metabolic rate. It enhances workout performance and recovery, helping you train better, and it preserves muscle loss during calorie deficits. It also may reduce perceived fatigue and brain fog during dieting or during hormonal transitions, which is a huge thing to be able to make you stick to the plan that you've been given and remain consistent on that plan. Now, why is creatine especially useful for women? First of all, women have lower baseline creatine stores than men. We know creatine supports cognitive function, especially during hormonal shifts, PMS, perimenopause, postpartum, mood regulation, possibly reducing depressive symptoms, and it plays a role in bone and muscle strength, especially postmenopausal. There is research backed across the lifespan for women, including teens, athletes. There is even some research in pregnancy, but please speak to your doctor before you decide whether or not this is a right fit for you during pregnancy, as with anything, perimenopause and menopause. So, which creatine is best to buy and how is it often recommended? Again, you're going to be using your individualized advice from your healthcare provider. But here's what the research says. We are looking for creatine monohydrate. It's most studied, safest, and most affordable, which is a triple threat. Choose micronized if sensitive to texture. And with women specifically, I've already mentioned this, but there is really no need to load. Often that leads to more water retention, bloating, and the uncomfortable side effects that we don't love. 3 to 5 grams daily is the typical recommendation in the research, and I tell my patients to work up to that dose. It is best taken daily with or without food, and avoid fancy blends unless they're clinically backed. Creatine on its own is often enough. Creatine is not just a gym supplement. It is research backed for hormonal health, cognition, and metabolism. Most concerns like weight gain or hair loss are either myths or misunderstood. If you're a woman dealing with fatigue, brain fog, or performance dips, it might be a time to talk to your practitioner about whether or not creatine is right for you. And if you'd like to help me build you a plan that works for your needs, book a free call and let's chat.